Hello, you're with Libby from libbystamps.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And as we go through this video, if you like it, I'd love you to give me a thumbs up. And of course you can shop with me by going to libbystamps.com and clicking on the shop button. Now, here's another video today using a sale-a-bration product, and you can earn these by shopping online in my online store with a $90 order, plus you get a thank you gift from me. So what more could you ask for? A free set and a thank you gift. So today we're using Epic Celebrations, and we're going to use one of my new favourite products, some Brusho colour crystals. And yeah, they come in a box like this, but it has a lid, and I'm just storing it in the box for storage reasons. Anyway, so I've already done one card, and I did it in pink just to show you that this isn't a male type of stamp set. And I used shimmery white paper and stamped in basic grey archival ink, and then just watercoloured it with my aqua painter and some melon mambo. I've added some rhinestone basic jewels, and here I've used the Stitched Shapes Framelits dies, that's a real mouthful, and a scallop circle out of the layering circle dies. I've backed that onto some burlap ribbon, which has just a piece of melon mambo behind it. And then I've put that up on foam adhesive strip onto a Whisper White card, and there's the inside and the envelope painted as well. You have to be a little bit careful when you're aqua painting the envelope and the inside of the card if you're just using normal Whisper White. Don't go over the areas too much because it's not meant for watercolouring, but the shimmery white's fine for that. Alright, so we're going to make a different card, and this time I'm going to use the shoes again. No, we might use the guitar this time. And we're going to use Here's to an Epic Celebration. So we'll do that first. Now what I've got here is, hoping that this works, is some Tangerine Tango, some basic black, and some watercolour paper. Now the basic black is, and I wrote all this down, 14.3 centimetres. 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, or 3 7/8 inches by 5.5 inches. Then the watercolour paper is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres, or 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/8 inches. But I'll put all the measurements on my blog as normal, and I've got some black mini sequin trim as well, hoping that will all team in. Plus I've got the inside of the envelope, the envelope and the inside of the card. And I think one of my previous videos I asked the ladies who come to my classes to pop the inside of their card into the envelope so it doesn't get muddled up with the outside. Then I've got a piece of basic black, which we'll stamp on that last. Basic black, which we're going to stamp on with Versamark ink and emboss with white embossing. So I'm just going to move the stamp set out of the way and the other pieces out of the way so we can get started on this. And I'm going to bring in my paper towel. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll realise how this Brusho spreads. And it's just wonderful, gives a fantastic result. All right, so I'm bringing in my Stampin' Spritzer. Make sure the nozzle part's facing the paper. Ask me how I know. And I'm just going to spritz down this bottom part here because that's just where I want the Brusho crystals to be. So I've given that about 6 sprays, and I'm using gamboge. So I'll just take the push pin out of the top and sprinkle it on and watch the magic. Now you can come in and soak up bits that you don't want, and I'm just going to put the push pin back on my gamboge I'm just going to give this another bit of a spray from a bit of a distance. So I'm about maybe 9 inches away, whatever that is in metric. Alright, that looks better. And I'm just going to mop up the edge along here because I don't want it coming off the edge. Alright, I'm just going to put that to one side for a moment and let it dry. We can heat set it with our heat tool. And I'm going to bring in a piece of basic black. And it's just a scrap I had. And here's to an epic day. We're going to stamp out of the set. And I've got a wood mount set for a change, and so we're just going to stamp on that. We'll cut it out later. Stamp that down. Alright, now you can't see that at all, can you? Put the Versamark away and come in with our white Stampin' Emboss powder. Okay, so I keep mine in these little takeaway type containers that I buy at the supermarket. I just find that's handy, and I can get better coverage, and there's no waste because it all goes back into the container. Alright, now here's a tip. If you've got a bit of over, see how I've got a little bit extra up there. I should have used my embossing buddy, but I just come in with a brush and take that off into the container, wipe the brush, and we're done. So then we're going to heat set that, and we might give our watercolour paper a bit of a blast too. Drying, but not as quickly as I'd like. So we'll see how we go here. Okay, now then we're just going to come in with our snips. These are Stampin' Up snip paper scissors, but they discontinued them, so unfortunately you can no longer get them. And I'm just going to snip along and make it a little square. So just cut up the middle, then from each corner to where you cut to, and there you've got your little banner. Alright, then I'm just going to add some glue dots to the back of that so we can add our sequin trim, and I'm doing all this now so our watercolour paper has a little bit of time to dry. So I'm just going to add some glue dots to the back of this so I can add some mini sequin trim. So I just come in, find my next glue dot and just put them randomly on the back. I'm going to add some dimensionals to this later, but I just like to add the trim first, and glue dots are a quick and easy way to do that. Alright, now probably cut off more than we need, but I'm going to make maybe a 3-fingered circle out of this. Spread my fingers a bit, that'll do. And I like to try and get the ends wherever they are. Here's one, there's the other I think. There's one and there's the other. I like to stick them on a glue dot and then sort of arrange the trim around that, and it's just so some of it is stuck on to the trim and hold, so it can be a bit of a mess. You can always move it later if you don't like how it turns out, and it's not meant to be neat and tidy, but there's our sentiment, and I'll just add some dimensionals to the back of that so it's ready to go on our card. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up please. Alright, so that's our sentiment organised. Now this is still a bit wet, so I'm going to blast it with my heat tool. Because this is water activated, if you're actually putting this in the post, I would probably put it in a little cello bag. Stampin' Up do sell those, clear envelopes I think they're called. Alright, we're going to use the guitar on this one. Ink all over me today. Make sure it's inked up nicely, and we're just going to do that at a bit of an angle. Alright, that's that part. And then we need, and I'm just going to add the sentiment, perhaps about there. In with the paper piercing tool again. I use this paper piercing tool for so many things, not for piercing paper with, I can tell you. It's great for opening packages, as you can see, taking the backing off adhesive, picking up little tiny embellishments, glue dots and what have you. They're a very useful tool to have in your stash. So I'm going to put it there. All right, and then I'm going to come in with some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to adhere that to the basic black piece. Put a bit in the middle because it's still a bit warped, and I want to make sure that it sticks down properly. And as I've said before, I love multi-purpose liquid glue. It gives me a bit of wriggle room. All right, that's that bit. I'm just going to let that dry for a minute while we come in and do the inside of our card. And I'm going to use the headphone time, and I'll use that on the outside of the envelope as well. And I'm not going to colour these. And it's a tall card, and I'm just inking up in basic black archival ink again, which is what I stamped the guitar in because I didn't want it to be affected by the water. Right, those bits. And again with the multi-purpose liquid glue to go inside the card. Ask me how you can join and get 20% discount on all your paper craft supplies, plus the opportunity to earn extra income for your family. You don't have to do parties if that's not your thing. I don't really do parties. I mean, I do if I'm asked, but I've moved in the last 6 months, so I don't have a big customer base where I've moved to. I've got lovely ladies who travel the 2 hours up here to do classes with me on a monthly basis, so I also do classes, but you can do it without doing all of that. You don't have to have a blog or anything, and you join my team, and I have team training videos in the Facebook group and challenges and all sorts of things. So if it's something that might appeal to you and you love paper craft like I do, it's a real passion with me, just ask me how you can join and I'd be happy to chat with you. Put a comment in the box at the bottom or send me an email to Libby at libbystamps.com and I'll get back to you. If you want me to phone you, I'm happy to do that. Just leave me your phone number, or I can email you all the details, or you can send me a text message through Messenger. Go to my Facebook business page and like the page. Send me a message. I have lots of customers who chat to me through Facebook, so that's another option. All right, making sure it's up the right way. I think Tangerine Tango was a good choice to go with. So there's Gamboge Brusho, Epic Celebrations, which you can get when you've placed a $90 order through my online shop, and we've heat embossed that with white embossing powder, put some black mini sequin trim on the back, and we've stamped the inside and the outside of the envelope. So there's one sample, and then the other sample I showed you earlier is this pink one using the shoes. Now it's got some dots you can use as well, the guitar, gym shoes or running shoes, and a set of headphones plus these 2 great sentiments. So it's a set of 6. You can get it in wood or clear mount, free for an order of $90 or more, plus I send you a thank you gift. So what more can you ask for? All right, thanks for stopping by today. Bye for now.
It'll take creation, imagination, try to draw outside the line.